The Supreme Court recently ruled against Medicare Advantage carriers, but will that hurt consumers? Here to talk with us about that is Jae Oh, author of Maximize Your Medicare. Jae, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
Pleasure. So the Supreme Court recently ruled against, specifically was United Healthcare, a Medicare Advantage provider. Tell us the details of that case and what it may mean for consumers.
Well, Bob, first of all, Medicare Advantage plans are growing in popularity. I don't think that trend is going to reverse anytime soon. We're already at a situation where approximately half, in certain locations, certainly more than 50% of particular locations are enrolled in Medicare Advantage compared to original Medicare. That can be in terms of retiree group plans, where retiree benefits are actually grouped Medicare Advantage. It can also be in individually selected Medicare Advantage plans. So what has happened here is the CMS has the right to basically audit records and claw back overpayments to Medicare Advantage made to Medicare Advantage carriers. So deep in the weeds, behind the scenes, is the idea that the CMS awards an allowance to Medicare Advantage carriers but it is adjusted and based on the risk factors of the policy owners. So after the fact, if they've discovered the fact that the persons or people were not as ill as they were originally thought, that the overpayments made to them can be clawed back. This was the topic of the appeal made by this specific Medicare Advantage carrier. That said, the same rules do apply to all Medicare Advantage carriers. Nevertheless, the Supreme Court has ruled that they would not hear the case, meaning that the CMS still retains the right to claw back overpayments from the health insurance carriers.
Right. And my understanding is that there's a law involved called the False Claims Act. Is that the nature of the law that's in play here?
There certainly is, Bob, and we're not going to resolve all the number of different moving parts and controversies about Medicare Advantage. So on the consumer side, certainly the positive impact for Medicare Advantage carriers remains, which is that it continues to be very, very low cost in many locations throughout the country, zero premium, although you do need to be enrolled in Part A and Part B, and controlled managed care situations where the out-of-pocket costs are limited. That all said, those are tax dollars being used for this allowance that I described earlier during our conversation here today. And as a result, there are claims that there are systematic overpayments to carriers to support Medicare Advantage. That continually will be the subject of examination and notable debate. And unfortunately, politics will almost certainly be involved when it comes to the, in air quotes again, what should be or what's supposed to happen. I think that those topics are left for another location other than our conversations, Bob.
Right. So bottom line, is there anything for consumers to do or not do because of this?
No, but what I would say is that a couple of steps are very important for everyday consumers. The most important of those is that if you look through your explanation of benefits, if you look through the different mail or notifications that you receive, that if you notice that you've been billed for something, or you can see on a detailed list of benefits, if there are some services that are detailed on your statements that you did not receive or look erroneous, to try to report that, because that does have impact that allowance that the CMS pays to the Medicare Advantage carrier. And this is fighting the fraud, waste, and abuse or the possibility of which can exist in any situation where 65 million people are involved.
Yeah. Well, Jay, as always, I want to thank you for chatting with us and sharing your knowledge and wisdom with our viewers and readers. It's greatly appreciated.
Thanks for having me again, Bob.